Okay, hello and welcome to the National 2022 U.S. State Hunger Games. I'll try and do it every year, even if this channel is up next year. But let's hope it is. So, you look up all the states. Alaska and Hawaii are not here because they're kind of not connected to the U.S. So I was thinking, it would be possible for Washington to, take an airport to Ohio and, start a war. But, be hard for Hawaii to do that. So they're not there. So we're going to proceed. Okay. So I want Illinois to win because it's my state. As a tribute to sitting in their podiums, the horn sounds. Dun, dun, dun. California clutches its first kid aid. Idaho, Mexico. Okay, I'm just going to go over the boring part. New York breaks Texas's nose for a basket of bread. That's just sick. South Carolina breaks Connecticut's nose for. I think they're still alive. Who knows? I think Connecticut and Texas might be out. Wisconsin shoots an arrow into Nebraska's head. Oh. Okay. Oklahoma and Georgia fight Mississippi and Maryland. Oklahoma and Georgia survive. Okay, Illinois isn't out yet. That's pretty good. Michigan. Oh, I thought it slammed a base into the head. Michigan ripped the ice out of Washington's hands. Illinois runs away. Phew, Illinois is not dead. Vermont, Colorado, and Arizona and Pennsylvania share everything before running. Kentucky runs away. Florida falls into a pit and dies. Oh. Okay. Day 1. South Carolina picks flowers. Okay. Arizona tends to Connecticut's wounds because remember Connecticut. Forget what happened. Their nose broke. New York diverts Maine's attention, runs away. South Dakota and Georgia work together to drown West Virginia. Oh, it's sick. North Carolina collects food from a tree, and Louisiana goes hunting. Okay. Vermont begs Massachusetts to kill him. He refuses, keeping Vermont alive. Ohio, Illinois get into a fight. Ohio, Illinois, North Dakota get into a fight. North Dakota triumphantly kills them both. No. Missouri searches for a water source. Colorado overpowers Iowa, killing him. Michigan constructs a shack. Minnesota thinks about home. Utah sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Okay, Washington severely injures California but puts him out of his misery. Oh, I just put him for everything to make it easier, but them. Okay. California's out. Indiana defeats Rhode Island in a fight between his life. Arkansas and Kentucky work together. Texas attacks Wisconsin, but he manages to escape. Okay, Wyoming goes hunting. 10 cannon shots. Illinois is out already. I'm really mad about that, by the way. Connecticut receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Texas severely injures New Hampshire, but puts him out of his misery. Louisiana and Wyoming tell stories about themselves to each other. South Dakota spears Kansas in the abdomen. Vermont and Idaho are in the same shelter. Colorado bashes Oregon's head against a rock several times. Utah, Alabama, and Virginia discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Tennessee starts a fire. Georgia sets Arkansas on fire with a Molotov. That's sick. Okay, where were we? Oh, okay. Kentucky and Missouri run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Washington receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. New Jersey sets up camp for the night. South Carolina cries himself to sleep. Michigan is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warning. Minnesota destroys North Dakota's supplies while he's asleep. Wisconsin climbs a tree to rest. Nevada thinks about home. New Mexico and Pennsylvania fight Massachusetts and Rhode Island. New Mexico and Pennsylvania survive. It's tough. Indiana climbs a tree to rest. Oklahoma goes to sleep. Maine starts a fire. Okay. New York cries himself to sleep. Montana receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Okay. North Dakota pushes Virginia off a cliff during a knife fight. Wisconsin, Georgia, South Carolina, and Nevada raid Washington's camp while he's hunting. Montana overhears Wyoming and Minnesota talking in the distance. Arizona fishes. Utah tends to Maine wounds. I'm pretty sure Maine got hurt as well, so that goes along with it. Oklahoma steers Idaho off. Vermont overhears Tennessee and Kentucky talking, questioning sanity, blah, 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 blah. Indiana sprains his ankle running away from New Mexico. New Jersey sprains their ankle running away from Alabama. Colorado begs for Texas to kill him. To kill them. They refuse killing. South Dakota and Louisiana split off to search for resources. Okay, 7 cannon shots. Let's see who has the most kills. Georgia with 4 kills, I think, is the most. So many people have 2 kills. Rip Illinois. You were the best. And let's see who is the district to win. District to win gets a prize. I don't know. New Mexico, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana unsuccessfully ambush Washington, Tennessee, and Vermont, who kill them instead. 3 people dead. Indiana begs for New Jersey to kill him. He refuses, keeping Indiana alive. Georgia stays awake all night. Oklahoma and Alabama tell stories about themselves to each other. Kentucky is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. New York attempts to start a fire, but it's unsuccessful. Idaho and Maine talk about the tribute still alive. Arizona, Connecticut, and South Carolina sleep in shifts. Utah kills Wisconsin with his own weapon. What's his own weapon? Wyoming tends to North Dakota's wounds. Minnesota bashes Colorado's head against a rock surface shrinking. North Carolina begs Missouri to kill him. He refuses, keeping North Carolina alive. Nevada and Michigan talk about the tributes alive. Montana tries to sing himself to sleep. South Dakota thinks about home. Day 3. North Carolina stabs New Jersey in the back with a trident. Maine is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Oklahoma bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Arizona is pricked by thorns while picking berries. South Dakota discovers a cave. Michigan hunts for other tributes. New York attacks Wyoming, but Alabama protects him, killing New York. What? Connecticut ambushes Utah and kills him. South Carolina goes hunting. Texas and Vermont fight Kentucky and Minnesota. Kentucky and Minnesota survive. Georgia tends to Washington's wounds. Idaho and Missouri split to search for resources. Indiana explodes the arena. Tennessee steals from Nevada while he isn't looking. North Dakota questions sanity. And Montana dies of dysentery. Okay. 12 cannon shots. How many kills is the most right now? Georgia out? No, Georgia's still in. How many people are left? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 17, 19 people remain. Okay. Night 3, Maine screams for help. Missouri dies trying to escape the arena. Minnesota, Tennessee, and North Dakota cheerfully sing songs. Wyoming receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. North Carolina dies from hypothermia. Georgia, South Carolina, and Alabama sleep in ships. South Dakota severely slices Connecticut with a sword. Idaho destroys Michigan supplies while he is asleep. Arizona is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Indiana defeats Kentucky in a fight which spares his life. Nevada is awoken by nightmares. Washington cooks his food before putting his fire out. South Carolina hunts for other tributes. Nevada camouflages himself in the bushes. Kentucky searches for firewood. Washington discovers a river. Idaho searches for water source. Georgia and Indiana split up for resources. Wyoming searches for firewood. Arizona begs for Tennessee to kill him. He refuses, keeping Arizona alive. North Dakota travels to higher ground. Maine diverts Michigan's attention and runs away. Alabama, South Dakota, and Minnesota hunt for other tributes. 3 cannon shots. Georgia... Okay. Minnesota 3 kills. Okay, yeah, Georgia shows the most kills. I feel like... Okay, so who do I... Okay. Oh, Washington as well. I think Maine's gonna win. I'll switch it next time when Maine dies. India unknowingly eats toxic berries. South Carolina, Michigan, Maine get into a fight. Maine triumphantly kills them both. That's what I said. Nevada sets up camp for the night. Kentucky and South Dakota tell each other stories about themselves. Sorry, I'm not. South Dakota tells stories about each other. Okay, that doesn't really make sense. Tell stories about themselves to each other. Tennessee tends to Washington's wounds. Georgia loses where he is. North Dakota tends to Idaho's wounds. Minnesota convinces Wyoming to snuggle with him. Alabama receives fresh, clean water from an unknown sponsor. Arizona passes out from exhaustion. Then, the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes families. Georgia and Tennessee get into a fight over raw meat, but Tennessee gives up and runs away. It's the feast for nothing. North Dakota, South Dakota, and Idaho confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Nevada decides not to go to the feast. Minnesota sobs while gripping a photo of its fiancé family. Sounds like Minnesota, to be honest. Wyoming, Kentucky, and Arizona, Washington, Maine, and Alabama decide not to go to the feast. I wouldn't go to the feast. I'd be true chicken too. Maine, Washington, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Alabama hunt for other tributes. Georgia, South Dakota, Idaho hunt for other tributes. Tennessee goes hunting. Arizona receives clean water from an sponsor. Nevada steals from Kentucky. Wyoming practices archery. 3 cannon shots. Pretty sure Maine is 2 kills now. Wait. Oh, I was looking at it, so I was like, wait, 3? Where'd I get the third one? Okay. Well, it's still Georgia and Washington. Who's going to get the highest kill? I'm betting on Georgia. Not going to bet any money, of course. Minnesota, South Dakota, Kentucky, Wyoming, Alabama tracked down and killed Tennessee. Is that all of them going to kill? Minnesota and South Dakota. I'm not totally sure. Idaho, Nevada, and Arizona tearfully sing songs together. Maine cries himself to sleep. North Dakota thinks about home. Washington convinces Georgia to snuggle with him. Ugh. Maine picks flowers. Washington searches for a water source. Alabama and Minnesota work for the rest of it. Kentucky forces Arizona to kill either Idaho or Nevada. He decides to kill Idaho. North Dakota is unable to convince Wyoming not to kill him. Georgia tends to South Dakota's wood, so one piece of the puzzle. Arena event. A fire spreads throughout the arena. Fireball strikes Nevada, killing him. Georgia, Maine, and Alabama survive. Fireball strikes Kentucky, killing him. South Dakota falls to the ground, but kicks Wyoming hard enough to push him into the fire. Oh, they're both dead. Minnesota and Arizona survive. The fire catches up on Washington, killing him. How many people left? 7 cannon shots. Alabama, Arizona, Georgia, Maine, Minnesota, South Dakota. Yeah, I still think that Georgia is going to get the kill thing. Who knows, though? Proceed. So I think Georgia and Maine are going to win. Maine tends to his wounds. South Dakota looks at the night sky. Arizona passes out from exhaustion. Georgia destroys Maine supplies while he's asleep. Alabama screams for help. Alabama questions his sanity. South Dakota and Maine hunt for other tributes. Georgia, Arizona receive stuff from another sponsor. Minnesota attempts to climb a tree but falls to no. Minnesota. You made it so far. South Dakota attempts to make wounds. Georgia quietly hums. Arizona, Alabama. Talk about the tributes alive. Maine sets up an explosive, killing Alabama. Arizona scares Georgia off. South Dakota fishes. Okay, there are 3 left, I think. Arizona, Georgia, Maine, and South Dakota. So 4 left. It's like fresh. Brutus, I think that. Oh, Cato. Okay, there's some PETA. Maine receives clutch water from an unknown sponsor. Arizona lets South Dakota into a shelter. Georgia dies of dysentery. Rip. So I'm on South Dakota for most kills. South Dakota steers Arizona off. Maine explodes the arena. So I think Maine's going to win. And he's still alive somehow. Arizona tracks down and kills South Dakota. Maine unknowingly eats toxic berries. Stuck there for over a week. Arizona won. The tribute that shocks them all. It wasn't really shocking. He's what are they called? I haven't read the Hunger Games in so long. Careers. Yeah. Okay, who got the most kills? Okay, well, this was fun. Nebraska, sorry, you're like my favorite state for no reason. Except Illinois. Illinois died so early. I'm so sad. They were like the 8th death. South Dakota had the most kills. Okay, so District 9 got 12. District 9 was eliminated immediately. District 1 stayed for the entire time. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at some point.